I am not a conqueror for the sake of power, but for the sake of creating a better world. God must have loved Afghans because he made them so beautiful. How happy had it been for me had I been slain in the battle. It had been far more noble to have died the victim of the enemy than fall a sacrifice to the rage of my friends. I am a visionary with a thirst for knowledge and a hunger for conquering new lands. In faith and hope, the world will disagree, but all mankind's concern is charity. Holy shadows of the dead, I'm not to blame for your cruel and bitter fate, but the accursed rivalry which brought sisters, nations, and brother people to fight one another. I am not an ordinary man, for I am driven by a fire within that cannot be extinguished. For as a newborn babe cannot be nourished without the nurse's milk, nor conducted to the approaches that lead to growth in life, so a city cannot thrive without fields and the fruits thereof pouring into its walls. With the right attitude, self-imposed limitations vanish. Greatness is not achieved through comfort and complacency, but through overcoming challenges and pushing one's limits. Sex and sleep alone make me conscious that I am mortal. On their side more men are standing, on ours more will fight. Remember, upon the conduct of each depends the fate of all. Every light is not the sun, and I will not steal a victory. The measure of a man's greatness is not in his possessions, but in the lives he touches. How should a man be capable of grooming his own horse, or of furbishing his own spear and helmet, if he allows himself to become unaccustomed to tending even his own person, which is his most treasured belonging? I am not just a conqueror of men, but a protector of cultures. Let us conduct ourselves so that all men wish to be our friends, and all fear to be our enemies. Now you fear punishment and beg for your lives, so I will let you free, if not for any other reason so that you can see the difference between a Greek king and a barbarian tyrant, so do not expect to suffer any harm from me. A king does not kill messengers. There is something noble in hearing myself ill-spoken of when I am doing well. Heaven cannot brook two sons, nor earth two masters. My treasure here lies in myself and my friends. There are no shortcuts to greatness. It requires dedication, perseverance, and a relentless pursuit of excellence. Soldiers, I had lately liked to have been taken from you by the attempt of a few desperate men, but by the grace and providence of the gods, I am still preserved. The true measure of a man's worth is not in his riches, but in his virtues. Without knowledge, skill cannot be focused. Without skill, strength cannot be brought to bear, and without strength, knowledge may not be applied. My logisticians are a humorless lot. They know if my campaign fails, they are the first ones I will slay. My Father will anticipate everything. He will leave you and me no chance to do a great and brilliant deed. There is nothing impossible to him who will try. May all mortals from now on live like one people in concord and for mutual advancement. Each moment free and clear from fear makes a man immortal. Through every generation of the human race, there has been a constant war, a war with fear. Those who have the courage to conquer it are made free, and those who are conquered by it are made to suffer until they have the courage to defeat it, or death takes them. A tomb now suffices him for whom the whole world was not sufficient. I had rather excel others in the knowledge of what is excellent than in the extent of my power and dominion. May God keep you away from the venom of the cobra, the teeth of the tiger, and the revenge of the Afghans. Shall I, that have destroyed my preservers, return home? I consider not what Parmenio should receive, but what Alexander should give. Fortune favors the bold, and I am determined to seize every opportunity that comes my way. I am dying with the help of too many physicians. I do not pilfer victory. I am not afraid of an army of lions led by a sheep. I am afraid of an army of sheep led by a lion. What an excellent horse do they lose, for want of address and boldness to manage him. I could manage this horse better than others do. I am involved in the land of a leonine and brave people, where every foot of the ground is like a well of steel, confronting my soldier. You have brought only one son into the world, but everyone in this land can be called an Alexander. I send you a cafes of mustard seed, that you may taste and acknowledge the bitterness of my victory. Shall I pass by and leave you lying there because of the expedition you led against Greece, or shall I set you up again because of your magnanimity and your virtues in other respects? Who does not desire such a victory by which we shall join places in our kingdom, so far divided by nature, and for which we shall set up trophies in another conquered world? His father is governor of Media, and though he has the greatest command given him of all the rest of my generals, he still covetously desires more, and my being without issue spurs him on to this wicked design. But Philotas takes wrong measures. I do not fear an army of heroes, for I am a hero myself. How great are the dangers I face to win a good name in Athens. To the strongest. I am not a god, I am a man, and as a man, I am determined to leave my mark on history. To lead others, one must first learn to lead oneself. We of Macedon for generations past have been trained in the hard school of danger and war. There are so many worlds, and I have not yet conquered even one. I foresee a great funeral contest over me. Toil and risk are the price of glory, but it is a lovely thing to live with courage and die leaving an everlasting fame. Glory crowns the deeds of those who expose themselves to toils and dangers. If we turn our backs on the Scythians who have provoked us, how shamefully shall we march against the revolted Bactrians? Whatever possession we gain by our sword cannot be sure or lasting. but the love gained by kindness and moderation is certain and durable. Your ancestors came to Macedonia and the rest of Hellas, Greece, and did us great harm, though we had done them no prior injury. I have been appointed leader of the Greeks, and wanting to punish the Persians I have come to Asia, which I took from you. But truly, if I were not Alexander, I would be Diogenes. I am not defined by my victories, but by how I rise from my defeats. It is not the wealth or power that defines a man, but his character and the impact he leaves on the world. Now that the wars are coming to an end, I wish you to prosper in peace. So far as I am concerned, I could not be accused of having set eyes, or having wished to set eyes, upon Darius' wife. On the contrary, I have refused even to listen to those who spoke to me of her beauty. O Athenians, what toil do I undergo to please you? As for a limit to one's labors, I, for one, do not recognize any for a high-minded man, except that the labors themselves should lead to noble accomplishments. An army without discipline is like a ship without a rudder. It is destined to sink. When we give someone our time, we actually give a portion of our life that we will never take back. For my own part, I would rather excel in knowledge of the highest secrets of philosophy than in arms. I do not seek to rule with an iron fist, but with wisdom and compassion. Powerful ideas are just in your pocket. I want the best doctors to carry my coffin to demonstrate that, in the face of death, even the best doctors in the world have no power to heal. The end and object of conquest is to avoid doing the same thing as the conquered. I will fight until my last breath, for I refuse to be a forgotten name in the annals of time. In the end, when it's over, all that matters is what you've done. I do not feel happy for this victory of mine. On the contrary, I would be glad, brothers, if I had all of you standing here next to me, since we are united by the same language, the same blood, and the same visions. Bury my body and don't build any monument. Keep my hands out so the people know the one who won the world had nothing in hand when he died. For me, every virtuous foreigner is a Greek, and every evil Greek is worse than a barbarian. I am not afraid to take risks, for I believe that the greatest rewards come to those who dare to dream. A horse must be a bit mad to be a good cavalry mount, and its rider must be completely so. Are there no more worlds that I might conquer? I am indebted to my father for living, but to my teacher for living well. I am a firm believer in the power of education. It is through knowledge that we can shape our destiny. Oh, most miserable wretch that I am! Why have I not learned how to swim? You shall, I question not, find a way to the top if you diligently seek for it. For nature hath placed nothing so high that it is out of the reach of industry and valor. Are you still to learn that the end and perfection of our victories is to avoid the vices and infirmities of those whom we subdue? I may be the son of a king, but I am destined to be the King of Kings.